this side. Okay, so at this first one, we're going to multiply our big ones and add up our little ones. So we got 4 times 2, 8. And then how many K's do we have? 2. Okay, there's no negatives, and then this is already simplified, so it's done. Okay, look at 4. We're going to multiply our 2 big ones. What are our 2 big ones? 2 and 1. Okay, the other one doesn't have 1, so it's a 1. So 2 times 1, 2. How many x's do we have? 4. And then our y's, we're adding. So -4 plus -2, -6. Okay, and then we run through those questions. Do we have any negatives? Yes, so you're going to need to draw your bar. Where's the 2 going? Top x to the 4. Top y to the -6. The same. Yep. Jackson, do you have your iPad? No. I think Betcher has his iPad. Do you want me to send him to get that before he comes? Okay. You need to go to ISS, but stop by Betcher's and pick up your iPad. Okay, and then that 6 is going on the bottom, and it's going to become a positive. Okay, 6. First of all, we can add some 1s here, and I would highly suggest it, okay? That it's a really 3 to the 1 power, and then an x to the 1 power, and then you're going to distribute. So 3 times 1 is going to be 3. Same thing, 3 times 1 is going to be 3, and then 3 times 2 is going to be 6. Okay, do we have any negatives? No. However, this one does need simplified. What is 3 to the 3rd power? 27. Okay, it's 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, and again, just for a reminder, that's the one mistake you will make is they leave it at the 3 to the 3rd and they forget to fully finish that, okay? So make sure that you okay, 8. Where can I add a 1? Yeah, on this first 4. Okay, so we're going to get 4 to the 4 times 1. 4. M to the 4 times 4. 16. N to the 4 times -4. -16. Okay, do we have any negatives? Yes. Okay, so draw your line. 4 to the 4, where's that going? On top? What the heck am I doing? 4 to the 4 goes on top. M to the 16. Top. N to the -16. In the bottom. Okay, are we finished? Why not? Yeah, the 4 to the 4. What is 4 to the 4th power?
1 over 1. Wait,
No.
1 before. You said what?
256. Okay. 4 to the 4. 256 M16 over N16. Okay, the division. Okay, we start off with the big number. So does 2 over 2 simplify?
No.
Yes, to what?
1 over 1.
1 over 1. Okay, and you can either put 1 over 1 or nothing. Okay, and then what do you do with the exponents? subtract them. Where do we subtract them at? On the top. Okay, so we got x to the, it's going to be what minus what? 4 minus 2. Y to the 4 minus 4. Okay. X is going to be to the what? 2. Y is going to be to the what? 0. Okay, we talked about this. What is y to the 0?
1.
1 or what? It's definitely not just y, okay? The whole thing would be 1, or what can we do with that? They can cancel. Okay? And what happens here, and you just have to kind of look, but if you change this to a 1, then you multiply your 2 big, so 1 times 1 is still 1, aka it cancels. Okay? And so we're left with just this, either 1 over 1 with the x to the 2, or it's just going to be x to the 2. Either answer totally works. Okay? Okay, 12. 2 over 2 is what? 1 over 1. Okay. And then what? Our x is going to be what minus what? Okay. How many x's do I have up there? 1, and just 1 of those x's. I can't subtract it with anything. There's nothing to subtract it to, so put it back in its spot. Okay, what about the y's? Same, so you're going to put it back in his spot. Okay, 14. What's the first thing you need to do? What's the first thing we need to do? Before we even do the tree? Drop down that 7, okay? That is the one mistake people make, is they forget about the coefficient up front, okay? So we're going to drop down the 7 is going to be our very first step. And then we can go ahead and start making the tree. What are some factors of 12? 2, 6. 2, 3. So who can go? A group of 2s. Who cannot go? 3. Okay. If we don't have the 7 there, what's going to be our answer? 2, 3. Okay. If we do have the 7 there, what's going to be our answer? 14, 3. Okay. So it is important that you keep that 7 there and drop it down from the beginning. Okay, 15 to 16, 17, and 18, you're going to cross out.
Sorry, that's like you found.
Yes.
I did like that.
Well, then don't work ahead. 15, 16, 17, 18. That's fine, just cross them out. Okay, 20. What's going to be the first thing we should do? Drop that negative 3 down. Okay, 45. What are some factors of 45? Three and 15. 15. 3 and 5. Okay, who can go? A group of 3s. Who cannot go? The 5. Okay, for the m's, how many m's do I have? 3. How many of those guys can go? 1 group. How many of those guys cannot go? 1. Okay, and then I have 4 n's. How many of those guys can go?
All.
2 groups, 1 and 2. Okay, so on the outside, negative 3 times 3 is going to be negative 9 m2 5m. Okay, 12. In order for us to add and subtract, what are the rules? There are 2. There are 2 rules. We can only put them together if what? They're the same underneath and on the outside. So the index as well as the number underneath. Okay? There is no index there. What is it? 2. Okay? And then they both have a 6 on the inside, so we are allowed to add the outside. So it's going to look like 2 square root of 6. Okay, 24. Do they have the same index and insides?
Yes.
Yes, so we can start adding up the outsides, okay? So I got negative 2 plus negative 3 plus negative 1. Negative 6, and we keep the inside the same. Okay, if this one was, I don't know, a 5, then that means you can combine these 2, but not this one. Okay, so we can only put together the ones that have the same inside. Okay, 26. Multiplication. What is the rule? Okay, in order for us to multiply them, they need to have the same index or the same little baby number on the outside, and there is none right here, so it's considered a 2. So 10 times 8 is going to be 80, and then we can simplify. Okay, so you get 2 and what? 2 and 40, 2 and 20, 2 and 10, 2 and 5. Okay, so who can go? 2 groups of 2s, which is going to give me a what on the outside? A 4. Who cannot go?
5.
The 5. Okay, 28. Okay, you can multiply the insides together and multiply the outsides together. So make sure you're paying attention whether it's an inside piece or an outside piece. Okay, is this an inside or outside piece? Inside. What about this one? Inside and inside. Okay. So like if we would add a 2 here and a 3 here, you'd get 6 square root, okay, from this. And then you do these ones, so it'd be 20. Okay, but it's not, so don't write that down and be goofy. Okay, but that's how. So in this case, we're going to get a square root of 25 plus a square root of 15. Okay, does 25 simplify?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the square root of 25?
5.
5. Okay, what about the 15? Okay, well, what are some factors of 15? 3 and 5. Okay, could you take a group?
Nope.
No, so then it is simplified. Okay, so we're just going to put him back. Okay, 30. How can you tell if it's which one it is? Which kind of interest? It will say compound, and that's the one that has the fraction in it, okay? So this one is not the compound. So what is our starting off number? Okay, so 21,450. gonna be 1 plus or minus?
Plus.
Plus. Okay, what's our percent?
Percentage.
0.06, okay, you gotta convert it to the what? 9. Okay, type that in your calculator, see what you get. Oh, hold on, Chase, I wasn't ready. 36,239. Why did you not include a decimal?
Because it's the
It's users, which means what? People, okay? So we cannot have a decimal of a people. Okay, 32, obviously it says compound. We're starting off with that 5, 3, 6, 4. 1 plus, what's going on the top?
3.
0.03. On the bottom, 6. And then we got 6 times 12 over here. Okay, the compounded number is the number that gets used twice, okay? So that 6 is gonna be the one that gets used twice. Okay, type that in, see what you get. 7,681. And what? We do need a decimal this time, why?
Money.
It's money, okay? What is the decimal? 0.48. Okay, what is the same? What is that number? Right, turn it down. What is that number? Their account balance after 12 years. Okay, so after 12 years, okay, Jennifer has $7,681 in her bank account. How much did she start with? 5,000. Okay. Well, 5 and whatever. Okay, and then last one. Okay, we got this graph here. What numbers are you using on your chart?
-2, -1, 0, 1, 2.
Perfect. Okay, start typing them in, see what you get. So you should be typing in 3 times 2, and then you hit that power button, and you're just run through the options of -2, -1, etc. What are you getting for the first one?
Fraction.
Well, what is it?
0.4.
Huh?
175.
0.75?
That's
What about for the -1?
1.5.
Huh?
1.5.
1.5? 0. 3. 1. 6 and 2. 12. Okay, so we're starting here at -2, and do you really 100% fact know where 0.75 is? No. Okay, it should be under that one line and kind of just guess from there. Okay, even if you copy off me, I don't want to say that doesn't mean it's right, but it's not right because like even I cannot plot 0.75. Okay, you gotta just pick somewhere, and it should be below this one line. Okay, you guys get so focused on trying to copy off me that you don't even. Okay, that looks could be 0.5. I don't know. Okay, once you start getting higher up, like the 3, you can plot exactly. The 6, you can plot exactly. The rest of them, okay, but even this 1.5, you kind of just gotta put a dot. Okay, for the 3, 1, 6, and then 2, 12. Okay, and then draw your graph.